Hey guys, Adam Fenig here with Fenig Equipment. You're tuned into the Talking Shed. Hey, behind me you can see one of our FE4R cover crop boxes mounted on this 2018 Hagie with a 120-foot hybrid boom. It's been a while since I've done a video on these FE4Rs and talked about the capability of converting your liquid Hagie that does such a great job spraying fungicide and of course all your crops and Y dropping. But now we can convert it to a dry machine to go in there in mid-August, lay down some cover crops, and when you harvest, you now have a great stand of cover crops that are established, and you don't have to wait until post-harvest to get those cover crops started. It's a phenomenal way to do it. The Hagie's typically done for the year at this time. You know, today's August 15th, so we're done with fungicide, we're done with late Y dropping, and this thing's typically tucked away, washed up, and in the barn now. But with our FE4R system, we can convert it to dry. Basically, of course, as you can see, your liquid tank is going to come off. Our dry box and frame with the fan and the metering system all goes up there in place. So let's walk under here and dive in, and we'll start looking at the meter system and how this works. So this is a 10 outlet meter, and you can see kind of the bottom guts of it. It's a stainless steel metering system. You've got your fan placed way up here in the back. You can see the fan up in there, and that air chamber comes down through here, catches the seed, and the seed then goes out and it's distributed across the boom. So everything fits and lays right here where your tank used to be. It comes off extremely easy, actually, you know, with flange fittings. We put caps on a lot of the fittings, and we put quick couplers to make everything easier to swap back and forth. Let's walk out here to the boom, and we can talk about the actual distribution system from this side. Those hoses that we looked at underneath the machine then come out here to towers. Those towers then have 1.25-inch hoses that come down to a drop. And so, of course, since this boom is folded doubled over, it looks like there's a lot of drops, but when you unfold it, there's one every 30 inches. So basically, you're driving through the field, the cover crop hits this deflector, gets scattered out onto the bare soil, and that way moisture can of course get engaged with the cover crops. We start to see great growth and emergence, and come October, November, when it's so important to need these cover crops growing, you've got a head start on it. So there's a lot of good things that are adding up. Your Hagie's typically not in use. We can use the machine you've already got, use the boom you've got, and you can go out there and do some custom work, of course cover all your own acres. But there's a lot of advantages to being able to spread cover crops on 90 or 120 foot widths. That's kind of unheard of. So we've got our own rate controller, we've got scales built into the system, and it's kind of a turnkey package. If you turn around and zoom in on this machine back here, we just took the tank off of that, so that's another one that's getting ready to head to Nebraska here. But that's kind of the start of it. You take the liquid tank off and then do your boom drop. So the Fenig Equipment FE4R system, it's a phenomenal way to get cover crops going on your farm, especially if you own a Hagie sprayer. So that's what we're doing today. Thank you for tuning in.